Many wonder why Pharaoh was punished for his refusal to allow the Jewish people to leave Egypt. You see, the last 5 plagues, the Torah tells us that God hardened his heart. If God interfered with Pharaoh's free choice, why should he be punished? But rather, when the Torah tells us that God hardened his heart, it's not telling us that God interfered with Pharaoh's free will. It's telling us that God actually created the human in a way that when he becomes stubborn and arrogant, it will become more and more difficult to change his ways. You see, after Pharaoh's refusal the first 5 times, independent of the pressure that he was having from his nation and the difficulties from the plagues themselves, it was Pharaoh's own hardening of his own heart, his sense of self-importance being conceited, that brought upon him the inability to be able to change his mind, go back on what he thought he's capable of accomplishing and not wanting to do, and allow the Jewish people to leave. When a person is arrogant, things upset them, and they're never able to let go. In fact, the chances are that you will only prolong, whether it's the argument, the quarrel, the bad relationship that you have because of the arrogance. It's very possible that the antidote is found in this week's Torah portion as well. The Jews are told to observe the holiday of Passover, which would become the holiday that in the future generations would celebrate their exodus from the land of Egypt. Some question, why are there so many details to the holiday of Passover? Why do you have an evening celebrating our freedom with so many details of the 4 cups, the 3 matzahs, the maror, the bitter herbs, the dipping, and so on and so on? Have us have 1 or 2 ceremonies that are symbolic of our freedom, and that's it. And the answer is, it's not easy to feel free just in a moment. It's not easy to all of a sudden liberate yourself from feeling a particular way, enslaved to a particular bad habit, or somehow bound to a feeling and an emotion that you just can't let go. It takes time. It takes an effort of doing something bit by bit until you can get to another frame of mind that gives you the freedom to no longer hold a grudge, no longer hold on to the need for particular behavior. That's how you can acquire freedom. So the Passover evening has multiple facets so that we can go from slavery to finally being free. So if you find yourself being arrogant at times, engage in acts of humility. From time to time, put the needs of others before your own. And the more that you do that, the more that you find that you are slowly becoming a humble person. If you find yourself a little stingy, every day put $1 or $2 in a can of charity, in a pushka. And slowly you'll find that your hand becomes very used to giving. You cannot switch off an emotion, and you cannot change a personality in one moment. But know 2 things. The more that you continue to engage in something that you're not happy about, the harder it will become to disengage. And how do you disengage? By slowly engaging in the opposite extreme of behavior. 1 by 1, bit by bit, you will become a different person.